Going live. Oh man, we are live. We are live for the last hour. How you guys doing? We're back. We're going to close this day out together. It's 3 o'clock Eastern Time, April the 20th, Wednesday. And we have a gain on the Dow. Although the Dow has been giving it up, we were up over 300 points. This Dow is not holding this gain. Let's take a look at this market together. The Dow Jones got up to 35,315 points, 315. It's now at 106. 209 points we've given back. Actually, we were up almost 400 points here. Yeah, 400. Now we're only up 195. Interesting. Over at the S&P 500, we are negative 6.6 points right now on the S&P. That gave it up in the last 20, 30 minutes. And Nasdaq is down 169. It's been down all day. It has been down all day. It's at 13,450 now. It was at 13,543. We've given up about 90 points, give or take. Oil unchanged right now. Absolutely flat, 102.56 with no changes right at the moment on oil pricing. There you have it. We have coughed up some points here on the indexes, with the Dow definitely giving up. At the moment, it's still up 214, but it was up, looks like 400 points. Wow, what a drop off here. And that's just around the 2 o'clock window. We hit the high an hour ago, and here we are coming to the last hour now, up 212. All right, interesting stuff over at the Twitterverse. Twitter right now has had an up and down day. Right now off 70 cents to 45.46. Cyxtera has had an up day all day today, 13.50 on Cyxtera. The high of the day, the high of all time, 13.64. We touched 13.63 today, 1 penny away from the all-time high. Right now, 13.50, up 43 cents on 631,000 shares. Very interesting. Following Cyxtera, we know that they have basically put themselves up for sale, and we'll see just what gives. No new news now in a week about any of that info. Rocket Lab 848. It's up 4. It's been up 3 times today. It was up around 10:30, went back down, got up around 11:30, went back down. Finally, around 1 in the afternoon, it broke the plus line and is now plus 4 at 848. The range, 820 to 853 on 2.5 million. So Rocket Lab is green at the moment. Not by a lot, but it's green. We'll give it that. Over on SoFi, my goodness, 696 here is where we're at. The low of the day, 693. The low of all time, 693. We're at 696, down 45 cents on 43.9 million shares. I am convinced that whoever is selling off this stock, whoever is selling off this stock probably has serious cash crunch issues, which has nothing to do with SoFi. Nothing. It has everything to do with something else. And I don't know who is selling SoFi. I don't know the name of the sellers, but it could possibly be that there are several sellers offloading the stock of SoFi. The lower it goes, the more they have to sell. That's just my guess. If I could tell you who it is, I'd tell you, I'd identify them. I'd bring them up on public charges of disorderly conduct, but I can't. So anyway, 695 now on SoFi. It's a bargain for those of you who are fans of the company. What can I tell you? All-time lows. GameStop, 148.86, down 360. We hit a high of 152.33. Pardon me. That high was achieved not that long ago. It looks like around 1 Eastern, 1:15 Eastern, between the break between my first show and this show. Pardon me, folks. So we hit 152.33. Couldn't hold it. It lasted maybe 30 minutes, and then we dropped back to the 151 level, dropped again to 149, now 148.87. And we seem to be kind of waving lower and lower and lower. The volume, we haven't hit 1 million shares yet. 963,000 we're not going to see 2 million today. We might not even hit 1.5 million shares of volume on GameStop today. There's no way this stock is going to sit around at 150 with a $10 gain yesterday. It's not going to keep that today, not with this kind of lack of volume. This is really, really quiet. AMC is down $1.10 to $17.58. It is near its low of the day as well. As a matter of fact, it's 7 cents away from the low of the day, which was just hit 5-10 minutes ago. 19 million volume. So AMC is not going anywhere. So AMC is not helping GameStop, and GameStop is not helping AMC. Matterport, 658, down 34 cents. The volume on Matterport today, 4.1 million, low of 652. We're 657 now, 5 cents away from that low level. ME, 23andMe, down a nickel. We've only traded a 16-cent range, 331 for the low, 347 for the high. We're at 340 on ME, down a nickel. 1.2 million shares. We're reluctantly giving up pennies because we're at the bottom. This is kind of it. There's really reluctant selling going on, but there's still some. Not enough eager buying to move it higher. Spire, 188, up 4 cents today. The high today was 191, the low 181, 10-cent move between low and high. 477,000 shares traded on Spire Global. Hycroft Mining, 154, down 2 cents. Over at ATIP, we're at 169 a share, down 7 cents. The low today, 168.5. The high, 167.5. The all-time low on this stock, 158. So we're right down at the low on ATIP. Physical therapy is in such demand. ATIP cannot keep up with the customers. They are attempting to book them in as best they can. They're desperately trying to hire as many therapists as they can get their hands on. Like every other employer out there, can't get enough staff to handle the demand that the business has got. And with all that potential, all that money that can come through the front door, the stock's at its virtually all-time low. Just defies all logic, defies all description, defies all reason, defies everything. And welcome to the stock market. From time to time, it makes no sense. And that's what we got with ATIP right now. Smart Rent, 518, down 2 cents. Nothing much there. Pfizer down 87 today to 49.31. That's really backed off the last week or so. Hewlett Packard, 39.38, up 69 cents. It got as high today as 39.78, and the low today, 38.99. So there we are at 39.38. Robinhood, 10.74, down 82 cents, heading for $5. You heard it here first. I'm telling you, it's going to 5. This thing looks awful, just awful. Bleeding millions a week, bleeding money like you cannot believe. Vanek Vectors down 53 cents to 246.93. The yield high today, 253. Now at 246, $7 drop from the high to the low, down 53 cents. That's such a promising start. Lost it all. Home Depot, 314 right now, up 645. It's been anywhere from 309 to 316 all day today. We're at 314, up 649 on Home Depot. IBM having a beautiful day. The high of the day on IBM today, 139.55. 139.55. The all-time high, 146 for the last 12 months. Even at this price, at 138 right now, yield is 5.2%. And its PE multiple, 21.7. Company's raking in cash, growing the cloud. It's growing. It's doing fine. High day, 139.55. 138.18 right now, up 9.03. IBM looking good. Microsoft up $1.29 at $286.59. We've been anywhere from 285 to 289 today. Very tight range. We're up $1.29 right now. Apple down 32 cents. Can't get going, and it's not going to. Earnings next week. We got the high of 168, the low 166. We're not going anywhere, and we're certainly not going up. We will go down later on, I think, though, unfortunately. Goldman We're up 476 at $340 a share, 340.96, almost 341 a share, up $5. The low 337 today, high of 344, right in the middle. We were 308 3 weeks ago, so we're looking a lot better. Okay, Cisco, 53.20. The high of the day on Cisco today, 53.66. It's giving up 40 odd cents here. Up 138 for now on Cisco. Facebook down 16.80. Earnings about to come out here anytime. Not looking good today. Down 16.80 to 200 a share. Amazon down $75. Tesla down $47. Google down 42. They're taking it on the chin. Bed Bath Beyond down 49 cents, 16.38. BlackBerry down 24 to 6.40. Royal Caribbean unchanged at 84.48. Absolutely unchanged. It reached a high today of 85.98. Who is dumb enough to buy that? Who would, in their right mind, buy Royal Caribbean at 85.98 a share? These guys are bleeding billions of dollars a year. Billions. They're still bleeding. It's terrible. I don't know. I do understand that almost all the Royal Caribbean ships are in the water and with passengers. They're not at max capacity. They have given away millions of cruises because of all the money they had in trust that they were sitting on. They convinced a lot of people to take future cruise credits instead of taking refunds when everything got canceled in 2020, 2021. It just got postponed, cancellation after cancellation after cancellation. Bunch of these folks were given 120% cruise credits for future cruises. Drink packages were handed out, Wi-Fi packages. So the bottom line is Royal Caribbean is sailing. Yep. They got passengers on board. Yes. But are they spending any fresh cash on board? Not much. There's not a lot of fresh new money coming into the pay register, the TILD. The cash register. I almost forgot what those are called. There's not a lot of new cash coming in here. They're just eating up cruise credits. And unfortunately, the Royal Caribbean is now spending a lot more money on fuel than they were thinking they were going to spend when these sailings were canceled and suspended. Now they're dropping a lot more money. Inflation has hit Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Carnival. The cost of docking, the cost of labor, the cost of food, goods, and services skyrocketing. Inflation, we all know that. These guys are getting taken to the cleaners right now. It's not good. And they are still under obligation to accept delivery of new ships, which are coming out. And so this game continues on. It's not a pretty time to be in the cruise business. Target is up 360, JP Morgan up 67 cents, Costco up $9 to 603.50, Walmart up 177, it's approaching $160. Nvidia down 749 at $214 a share. Gotta wonder, when is this stock at such a juicy price that you can't stand it anymore? When is that? When is that? A month ago, heck, March 29th, it was 287. March 29th, it's 3 weeks ago. 287 is now 214. Yikes. Is that the word? Is there an official word for that? It's called yet. How about November 29th, $333 a share, 214 right now. These guys, NVIDIA, they make computer chips. They make the most sophisticated, in-demand computer chips in the world. They're getting their butts handed to them by the market. They're low of 134, high of 346, trading at 214, trading at 55 times earnings. And there's the problem. There it is. One issue, and one issue only, is the problem at NVIDIA. They're already trading at 55 times earnings. They're not at 20 times earnings. They're trading at triple, 2.5 times what would be reasonable. Because it's a high, fast-growing company. Yeah, sure it is. But the problem NVIDIA's got is that inflation is eating them alive like anything else is. Supply chain issues are eating them up. They can't get the product out the door. They cannot get the product out the door fast enough for the orders that are out there, and they're scrambling, and that's making costs higher, labor costs that they have and everything else, margins thinner. And the market is going, hey, man, we like buying stock. The market will say, we like buying stock on next year's prospects. That's what we do in the stock market. We price stocks today for what we think you're going to do a year from now. And a year from now, the market is saying, look, we think inflation will be 6-7% higher. Costs will be that much higher a year from now. They're that right now. Interest rates are certainly going to go higher, so that's going to keep inflation going. Oil and gas, 102 on the futures right now. We're going to go down under 350 a gallon. I don't think so. Not USA. The cost for NVIDIA to be in business a year from now will be higher than they are today, which are higher than they were a year ago, which is eating into the margins of the company, which is causing a problem when you used to have a 90 times earnings multiple. Now you have a 55 times earnings multiple. They may not deliver the bottom line net numbers that they thought they would deliver 6 months ago, a year from now, 6 months from now. And all of a sudden revisions are going to be done. And guess what? If you have a 10% downward revision on expected revenues, earnings, or whatever, even just 10%, stock can drop 50% when you're flying this high with that kind of earnings multiple. So NVIDIA keeps getting hit, and it's not pretty. It's just not pretty. Man, oh man, I don't like that. American Airlines up a nickel. I can't believe it's at 1964. Shouldn't be there. Moderna down 227 to 150.45. Man, oh man, it was as low as 146 today. Now it's at 150, still down $2. It is only trading at 5.3 times earnings. Moderna, the pharmaceutical. This is cheap. This is cheap. The street, though, is saying they might not earn as much money next year as this year. So maybe the future PE multiple is like 8 or 10 instead of where it is now at 5. And so they're not bidding up the stock because they don't believe the company will make more money this year than last year. And that is a reversal. And that means get out now and ask questions later. I guess that's what's going on. I tell you, that's how the market thinks, man. That's how the market is. We're up 283 on the Dow. A little recovery here from this drop off from 400 plus points gained. Twitter still down 22 cents, but coming on right now. It's coming on quickly. Xterra, $13.50 a share, up 43 cents right now. Rocket Lab holding a 4-cent gain. SoFi down 42 cents, $6.99. GameStop 148.96 down 351. AMC down 115 to 17.53. That's what this market is doing in a nutshell right now. Here we are trying to make sense of it. And we're coming into the last 42 minutes of the day. So there it is. There's an article out, Bobby Atkinson, good point. I read this article during the break, Wall Street Journal, talking about how the SEC is coming down hard on SPACs. They have been already. They will continue to do so. And the result has already been evident. And the result is that banks like Citibank, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and other brokerage firms, the number of SPACs that they sponsored, helped become public companies a year ago versus this year, shut down completely. There are reports of some investment bankers involved between 20 and 50 SPAC underwritings a year and a half ago. This first quarter this year, 2 or 3 each max. Some absolutely none. They have walked away from all SPAC sponsorship deals. They've just stayed the hell away. And why is that? Because one of the rule changes that have been proposed by the SEC has to do with disclosure of insiders of private companies that are going to take over SPACs. The SEC has decided and wants to implement this new rule that will hold liable the brokerage firms that sponsor SPAC deals if it is found out that any one individual involved in the private corporation that buys the SPAC on a reverse takeover has any kind of a misstatement of their past. So if they find that one of the directors of a private company had who knows what, some kind of an SEC problem 20 years ago, or they were bankrupt personally 15 years ago, or they were charged with a financial issue and it wasn't disclosed in the paperwork properly, the SEC could find liable not the public company, not the private company, not the SPAC, the broker, the brokerage firm underlying the deal. This is how you kill a form of financing in the equity markets. You threaten bankers with jail time, record multi-million dollars in fines and penalties. You throw these guys, the book at these guys don't do deals. They get the impression, they get the message real fast. The SEC is telling us, don't bother doing SPAC deals. And they won't. They just walk away, just drop them. They won't do any whatsoever. The folks at Citibank and other entities a year ago were bragging to their investors and at their annual meetings and in their quarterly financials. They were bragging and happily exposing the fact that they were bringing SPACs out and out and out to the listings one after the other. They were proud of the fact that they were involved in 50 SPACs, 40 SPACs, 70 SPACs. They were completely stoked about it, because what they were able to do, of course, is earn 5.5% commissions on the SPACs and then rake in another 5% and more on pipe financing behind it. These guys were into it big time. This is why SPACs had such an aura of excitement a year ago, because all of these major brokerage firms in New York were literally sponsoring the listing of all of these brand new SPACs. It was almost like every day another couple of would show up, almost every day. And in a year, the first quarter of this year, it has shut down. There might have only been 12 SPACs created, where last year in the first quarter, it could have been 200. It has been completely cut off. Now, here's something to think about. The SPACs that we follow, the companies that used to be SPACs that are now de-SPACed, because stocks like Rocket Lab, companies like Cyxtera, SoFi, Matterport, Spire, ATIP, all these guys, SmartRent, all these guys have done their deals. They've gone through all the nightmares from the SEC. They passed the smell test a year plus ago, and we're all through this. These companies are now independently traded public companies doing their own thing. They're no longer in the SPAC microscope under SEC supervision. And so no problems here. All the commissions were paid. All the legals were paid. These companies are now up and up publicly traded companies. So we're through that nightmare. But there are still hundreds and hundreds of SPACs out there who have not yet done the reverse takeover, where the private company bought the SPAC. And there may be hundreds of SPACs that will not get completed, and all the money will be returned, and everyone will walk away and go, well, we tried, but the SEC killed us. And it's possible, it is possible, that Goldman, Morgan Stanley, Citi, and all the other brokerage firms that have done these deals, they may have write-downs to do, because when everyone gets their money back, the deal is dead. And the brokerage firms and the SPACs themselves, who've spent millions of speculative dollars to bring these things to the public, will have to write off millions of dollars in deals that never got anywhere. And so investors will get their money back at $10 a share for any SPAC that doesn't do its major deal, and brokerage firms will get no commissions of any kind. And everyone is out a lot of money. And this is coming. You can count on this. The SEC is probably going to make sure that 300 of the 600 SPACs die on the operating table trying to do their deal. They're going to die. And I just sense that that's what the SEC wants. The good news is the stocks we got, we're past that. We're out of the hospital. We're long gone. We've recovered. Now we got to do business. Now we got to get our stocks to go. That's what's going on there. Anyway, unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. I just can't. I'm just blown my mind. It blows my mind. Anyway, there you go. Let's go. What else is going on here? Welcome all to the show. Glad to have you all here. Let's double check here something. Make sure we're all correct here on our content stuff. Here we go. There we have it. And we will do this. We will turn all comments on for members only. Thank you, all of you, for being members of the channel, and I love having you here with us. It's good to see you. Thank you for being part of the gang. All right, there we go. Okay. What else is going on? We've got deals down here. Let's see. Let's go. Yeah, Cyxtera, 14 cents away from its all-time high. It traded within a penny of its all-time high. Cyxtera got to $13 and 63 cents, 13.63. The all-time high, 13.64. That's how close Cyxtera got to hitting a new high. Right now, Cyxtera, 13.50. That's where we're at. Would you speak a little on why stocks wouldn't be able to hold their price without volume? If only trade 5 shares, the last price was higher, wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it hold that price? What I found, the pattern of trading on GameStop with 76 million shares in existence and 50-something shares free trading, if you're only going to trade 1.5 million shares a day on GameStop, that generally tends to me to mean there isn't enough buying interest to likely hold selling interest. Typically, the stock will hold its own. It'll hold its own if it trades 2.5 million a day kind of thing. It'll probably hang on. But even then, long term, it'll give up, because GameStop is made up of investors of different mentalities, and that's typical of any public company. But in the case of GameStop, there are those who are long-term followers of Mr. Cohen. They're going to go Ryan Cohen all the way, no matter what. Until Ryan Cohen walks away, they're not walking away. Until Ryan Cohen says, finally, 800 a share, we got it where we want it, they're not going to be satisfied. And Ryan Cohen is not satisfied at 150 a share, so they're not sellers. Then there are the I believe you, but I don't trust you crowd. They go, I believe everything you say, Bruce, but I don't trust you. And if the shares start to show weakness, I might get out and come back in later. And then there are those who are day traders, momentum traders, and they're in and out depending on the momentum of the market. And we went from 78 a share a month ago to 204, 208 about 2 weeks ago. And here we are now back on GameStop at 149. And we are just not doing the 10, 20 million a day we were doing a week or two ago. The volume has dried out, and we're not even going to do 2 million shares today. And I think there's too many of the I believe you, but I don't trust you crowd, and too many of the day trading crowd that will get impatient and sell off a little bit of their stock. And without any support, 1.5 million is no support today. We might have, 100,000 more shares come up for sale than is wanted today. And so down goes the price until there's want created. The lower the price, the more people might want to buy in. And that's what's going on. We're down 381, nothing dramatic, but we're just lower. And it can go a lot lower, a lot faster. It's just a question of what the markets do overall. Today, it's a mixed market. The Dow is up 288. The Nasdaq's down 132. So we have a bit of a Mexican standoff going here. We'll see who wins this war. There you go. CYXT has been uneventful, says A1 Contractors. but has been one of my only SPACs holding its ground in the market environment. That's right. The funny thing about this stock was when the deal came and the Cyxtera bought control of the SPAC, there had been SPACs already that had stopped existing. And what was going on was the market had peaked earlier in the summer and in the fall, but couldn't hit new highs. And I think what was going on, in my humble opinion, is that towards the end of these SPACs, as the last of these guys did their deals in the 8 that we follow, in these 8, I think Cyxtera was probably the last one to do its vend-in. It might have been its second last one, but it was kind of at the end. And by the time this happened, my hunch is a whole bunch of hedge funds out there who were investing in every SPAC available, in as many as they could get. They were trying to buy all the stock they could get no matter what. There were hedge funds buying up millions of shares of SPACs, not at the PIPE financing level, but on the underwriting level. And I have a suspicion that a lot of accounts that were friends of hedge funds were buying up a lot of this stock. And when the shares didn't perform on the open market before the vend-in was completed, the private company buying the SPAC, you were allowed at the meeting to vote on whether to approve the takeover of the SPAC. You were allowed as a shareholder of the SPAC to either take the $10 deal or not take the $10 deal. You could say, yeah, I'm happy with the takeover. I'm happy to keep my stock. I'll now be a shareholder of, in this case, Cyxtera. But there were a lot of people who held Cyxtera shares and noticed that the shares had been flatlining at $8.98 and $8.99 and $10 for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. The stock had been held there. And I think what happened was that a buyer bought up all kinds of stock at $9.98 a share. Hundreds of thousands of them, maybe a million or two, I don't know. And they bought up a ton of stock, and they at the end voted no and tendered their shares back to the company for $10 a share and walked away. Kept the market at 10, got the company to buy it back at 10, and they broke even on the deal. I think that's what happened on the very end of Cyxtera's existence as a SPAC. Now, after the SPAC was finished off and the deal was now done, because all the other shareholders voted, yeah, I'm going to be a Cyxtera shareholder, then the pins were pulled away and the stock could do whatever it wanted, and it dipped originally and then came back on. But the reality is, my hunch is, there are so few shares issued at $10 that are still out there that it doesn't take much for the stock to go up 30, 40 cents in a day. Like, we may have seen half of all the stock get given back. It could have been that many. I don't have the exact number. And so Cyxtera has a very small float to it overall. And that's where this stock really doesn't trade millions a day. Certainly doesn't trade 2 or 3 or 4 million shares a day like SoFi does. This is a very thin trader, but even with a little bit of volume, it'll pop up. And right now, I think there's a lot of speculation going on for the size of this company that this takeover that's happening, that this company is going to be a takeover target for somebody else at a premium to the current price of the market. And this is why the stock seems to be inching higher to its all-time high lately. And that's my hunch. And there's very little trading out there. It's easy to run it from here to 14 and a half to 15 and could be higher. But I don't know what kind of a deal it'll take to get this thing. My thought is, if I were a private company operating, if I was operating server farms like Cyxtera operates server farms, I would buy these guys and take them over. And the reason I would do it, Oh, nice going there, Beach Boy. I would do this because I know that the stock is thinly traded. And well, I'm not going to run into 500 million shares of stock out there. This isn't that much out there. And that kind of turns me on if I was going to take over this public company, that the shareholders I would be acquiring would be very thinly traded. But I don't know how this deal's going down. I really don't. A1 Contractors, I can't tell you the final deal, but I sense it's higher than 13.48 a share. I sense 15 to 17.50 might be the deal, but until we know, I got nothing. I mean, I got nothing. There is nothing out here. We'll see what's going on. All right. I owned ATIP, Spire, SoFi months ago, and thank goodness I sold. What happened to all of them? I thought they were going to fly. Looks like they did. It didn't ever happen, says Karen. Well, Karen, you gave them some time. They didn't work out. You sold them. You moved on. And that's the market. Sometimes people will wait until it happens. Others will just say, I'm giving it a certain amount of time. Others will say, I'll buy in and I'll let you know how I think about it down the road. And maybe Karen had thoughts that she was going to hold for a couple of years, but just got tired of waiting and just said, that's it. It's not doing anything. I'm getting out. Maybe Karen got sideswiped by the inflation problems, the interest rate sudden rises that were coming now, worried about the Ukraine war. I mean, everything on top of everything just convinced Karen to just bail. And welcome to the free markets. This is the free market. Anyone can buy, anyone can sell, and you don't have to ask for permission. That's the best part about this entire stock market. And so, Karen, God bless you. And it's okay. No hard feelings. They're not my companies. They're not your companies. They're just companies. And you sold. And that's it. Okay. Anyway, there you have it. What else is going on? Let's see here. What else is going on? Welcome, everybody. How you doing? It's nice to see you all. Nice to see you here. Good to have you. Robert, looks like you got 400 SoFi at 698. That's a bargain there. That's what I think. Anyway, SoFi right now, 696. Good afternoon, Uncle B. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Selling my houses. Bruce, I'm thumbs up 71. Thank you, sir. Sir or madam, whichever. Let's go here. What else? Tesla earnings come out after the market today. That's true. They do. I will be watching for that. Duncan, I'm number 27. Thanks, pal. I gulped down another 1,000 SoFi shares. I need to come up with some new material. I wonder how many shares of SoFi we have on this channel. There must be a billion of them. When these things hit $30 a share, are you guys ever going to be out of control? I don't know if I can control you guys anymore. You'll be so full of yourselves, so rich, and wearing the nicest clothing, drinking the finest wines, and enjoying filet mignon every night. You'll be just so rich. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. We'll see what happens. Austin, I'm thumbs up number 76. Thank you for being here. How's it going there, simpletons? Asks Duncan. Mallow, I'm number 83, man. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. I appreciate these thumbs ups. It really helps a ton. Let's see here. What else is going on? I'm your doobie, number 95. Duncan says, I'm also 92, I got over 800. I want more, says Pickcomb. I'm pretty confident we have millions of SoFi in this channel. We have millions of shares in this channel. I believe it. DH Ruda, I'm number 83. Right on. Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you for the support, everybody. All of you throwing thumbs ups our way. I appreciate it. 102 now have come in already. That is beautiful stuff. Thank you, guys, for doing that. Let's see. What else is going on here? Beach Boy is buying dinner, laughing out loud. Thank you, Beach Boy, for your donation through PayPal. I do appreciate it, my friend, and I'm really pleased about what's going on there. We're at 148.90 on GameStop, down 357 right now. We've got SoFi at 696, down 45 cents. We've got the Dow up 312, climbing again. Not back to where it was, but it's trying. 312 gain right now. Twitter unchanged, so it's worked its way back to break even. We got Cyxtera 13.49 up 42 now. Rocket Lab up a nickel to 8.48. But SoFi is not recovering. 6.97. The low today, 6.93. We're 4 cents off the low. 50 million traded. We got some volume today. So there's some buying coming in here, picking off this stock. But there is definitely some seller offloading stock. And whether it's a seller, 2, 4, I don't know. My hunch is that if the stock has traded 50 million and we can't budge out of the $7 neighborhood, then there's someone large getting blown out, either voluntarily or having to blow out their position. And there's obviously someone buying this stuff. There's no doubt about that. And I kind of keep that in the back of my head that, 50 million traded, but that means buyer and seller had to happen there. Buyback now, free thinker, what a trade. Unbelievable. All righty, there you go. The Dow the GameStop 148.94, down 353. The high today 152.33, low 146. We're kind of around the middle here. The Dow up 319 points. S&P's up 4.5, and Nasdaq down 139. IBM, Procter & Gamble are leading the Dow higher today, and you can thank IBM for most of this. It's up $10, close to $10 a share, isn't it? IBM right now is up $8.98, so $9, looking good. IBM now 138.12. That's where we got the market now. Apple's up 9 cents. Microsoft up 182. Goldman up $6. These are all Dow components. Cisco up 129. They're all higher. We've got what else is going on here? Oh my gosh. JP Morgan up 73 cents. Costco up 9.96. Walmart up $2. Another Dow component. Disney down $6. That's not helping. But that's what it is. American Airlines down a penny right now. Trying to hang on. Trying to hang around. There you go. Okay, guys. There's the dealio. We have 18 minutes left in our day today to shut this trading day down. 149.45 on GameStop, trying to come back to break even. Still down $3 on the day. We'll see how this works out. And what else going on here? There's not much else being said. 321 game. Twitter now up 28. Just jumped up here. Twitter just took a shot. It's now up 28 cents. 46.46 now, up 30 cents. The high of the day, 47.11 today. 53 million traded on the Twitter. Elon is definitely talking now about the idea of doing a tender offer. He figures that the board will reject his offer because they've just been spreading rumors everywhere about looking for congressional investigations, looking at poison pill proposals. I mean, everything and anything not to do the deal. And he's just coming out saying, I'm just going to put in a tender offer. Screw these guys. I don't have to do a formal offer. I'll just do a tender. I'll put in a formal offer that I'll buy up all the stock that anyone wants to sell me at $54.20 cash. You got a better offer? Bring it to the table. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliant. Elon's got the dough. He can get the dough if he doesn't have the cash on hand. That's not a problem. And then the investors can make up their own minds. Shareholders can decide for themselves what they want to do. If he ends up with 30% of the stock and that's all he gets, he's a 30% holder of the company. The most votes, Elon. There you go. We'll see what gives. He only needs 50.1% of the votes to say the shares to control the shareholder meeting. I mean, he then can fire everybody and take over the company, put in a motion to put in a new slate of directors. The existing directors will have to resign, get out, because he'll take over. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. All right. Okay. He's already won, says Freethinker. He's already won. Anyway, there you go. Well, we'll see what happens, kids. I like his style. I just like his style. He's got the money and he's putting up the bid, saying, yeah, maybe I'll just do a tender offer. I love that. I just do. We'll see. 46.51 up 35 cents on Twitter right now, 46.51. 149.56 on GameStop, down 291 on the day. Volume on GameStop is about 1 million shares. That's it. 1,030,000. That's all that is traded on GameStop today. Twitter now 46.58, up 42 cents. If it gains another 60 cents, it'll be the high of the day. And we have 15 minutes to go. So we might be running for a high close here on Twitter. We'll see what gives. We'll watch it closely, and we'll find out. 344 is the Dow point gain right now, 344 points higher for the Dow Jones Industrial. Okay. The funny thing about Twitter's poison pill, Clay is saying, the proposal is that they will offer people for a $210 price, you'll get $420 worth of Twitter stock. The board might out-meme the meme lord. BW, Uncle Bruce, you said multiple times, lots of these former SPACs, SP low, SP low, is that somebody will probably getting blown out and forced to sell. Well, when does their selling stop? It's like shorts know this and writing. I don't think this is short selling. I really don't think this is short selling. No. The selling coming in on these SPACs are, I think, pipe financiers who paid $10 for millions of dollars of this stuff, millions and millions and millions. Some of these guys have 1 million shares each, like hedge funds. They have 1 million shares, and there's like 30 of them. They've just poured all kinds of money into that pipe financing, and one by one, they're getting their brains handed to them. They're losing money on derivatives trades. They're losing money on gold trades. They're losing money on futures trades. They're getting hammered everywhere else because the markets are off the all-time highs. And they're now using SPAC stock to sell to get cash to take care of their IOUs. The problem is that one SPAC drops, it affects other SPACs. And here we go. These 8 SPACs that I follow, only one of them is not down under $10. That is Cyxtera. Everybody else is. Take a look if you have the time. Do some research at every SPAC ever done out of the 600 something SPACs. You tell me how many are above $10 a share and how many of the rest of them are down. And how many of those 600, whatever the number is, how many of them are under 5? And how many are between 5 and 10? And how many are 10 and over? And it'll shock you how bad it is. It's not these 8 stocks that are the worst SPACs of all time. It's not these guys. But we got Spire at 188. We've got ATIP at 169. I'm not happy they're here. I'm not happy at all. But I am optimistic that their businesses are growing and that these shares are way undervalued. Yeah, I feel that. But feelings don't make the market go up, man. It's money that makes the market go up. Simple to that. Anyway, it's simple as that. What else is going on? What else is going on? Okay, we're sorry to ask again. I think I missed your reply. What's your opinion on Tesla after tonight's earnings? I didn't have an answer for you today because I have no idea what to expect. The only thing I can say about these earnings, my opinion is the earnings we're about to get have nothing to do with the Shanghai shutdown that's going on right now. Because the Shanghai shutdown is happening during the quarter we're in, not the quarter that Tesla is reporting on. Tesla's going to tell us what happened in January, February, and March. That's what Tesla's going to tell us. We're into April 20, and the lockdown has been in April. So I think they're going to come out with probably okay numbers globally, but their costs will have gone up, inflation. They'll be back ordered like crazy. We know that. They'll have delivered a record number of cars. I think we know that. The question is the numbers. But everyone will say out there, all the investors will say, we don't care about last quarter numbers. We want to know what you think about the current quarter. How you doing this current quarter and next current quarter? Give us those infos. And that's what they're worried about. That's what they're going to focus on. This is why this stock can pull off a Facebook. that happened 3-4 months ago, where these shares could drop $150 a share. They could. I'm not saying they're going to. They could. Even though numbers are good. Car sales, demand, deliveries, all good. It's the next 3 to 6 months. If the street gets the impression that Tesla is going to underperform the last 2 quarters, the next 2 quarters, this stock takes a 20% haircut. That's my guess, but I can't guarantee this. I can't. Anyway, what else? Uncle Bruce, can Tesla save the market tomorrow with good earnings? No, I don't think so. Even if they are good earnings, I don't think it's going to be good enough to overcome the Shanghai problem. That's my feeling on this. Okay. What's going to shift the market back to growth from value, Bruce? What's going to shift this? Lower interest rates, lower inflation, both of which are not happening right now. So that's what it'll take. It could be a year from now, could be 2 years from now. Tesla already went through 1 million recalls from the last quarter. That's costing money. There's a lot riding against Tesla if it's hoping for an elevator to the top. There's a lot going on in that elevator. I agree. 99 Nation, you got it. Jennifer, number 52 or around there. I too like Elon. I think he won. How awesome is that he exposed Twitter and the shenanigans? Look, I like Elon. I like the guy. I love Tesla. I love the cars. I love the concept. I love everything about Tesla. But I'm being a realist when I say the shares might get whacked. And we're going to find out in 9 minutes when we close. After that, you tell me when the earnings are coming out. They're coming out tonight. Could SPACs be so low because of flexibility of PIPE financiers' ability to sell? Are traditional IPO investors locked into hold periods longer than a SPAC? IPO prices look more stable. Clay, I don't know the exact rule. I don't know. I'm not an SEC legal specialist, so I can't answer this question with any authority. I can only say that an IPO gets underwritten at $40, or let's put it this way. The rumor is that an IPO is going to get done at 40, but by the time the IPO gets done, it's done at 65. And the first trade of the stock a day or two later is at 140. And they go to 200 in the first week. And everyone goes, you see, IPOs are the way to go. It's the safest, the most reasonable way, the most respected way that Wall Street can raise money for a new issue. Everybody is happy. Well, not everybody, because remember, did you get a call from your broker saying, hey, listen, man, I just want to say that, we got this deal here, an underwriting. Would you like to get would you like to get some stock right now in the deal? Would you like to get would you like to get some pipe financing, or would you like to get some $30 stock, some $40 stock, or $50 stock, or what do you think? You didn't get that call. I didn't get that call. Never heard that call, because we're never going to get that call ever. We're never, ever, ever, ever getting that call from anybody ever. So, oh wow, there you have it, Travis. You never got the $40, $50 stock. Then the stock opens up at whatever, and now you're allowed to buy it. And you paid $130 for it. It went to $150, $60. Maybe you flipped it, but you held it. You got greedy, and it went back to $110. You figure, well, it'll come back to $130, and it doesn't. It goes back to $70, and it never comes back. And now you're still holding it. You're going, why did I do this? SPACs go public at $10. They start trading at 11, 12, 13, 15, 2 years ago. Some went to $20, $30 right away. People are saying this is the greatest investment of all time. They don't even have a company and this thing's going up. I love this. And then the pipe financing got done. The reverse takeover got done. Everything got great. Well, all that ended when the SEC put the foot down on these things. And here we are. What can I say? So tonight, I don't know what's going to happen on this thing. We'll see what gives. Oh yeah, I don't know. How could SPACs be so low? Yeah, well, To lose $5 on a SPAC is from 10 to 5, 50% haircut. To lose another $3, another 60% haircut. Welcome to the $2 SPAC. This is what it is. What can I say? Don't be greedy, says Duncan. Also, be prepared for companies like Tesla, who already embezzled SpaceX funds to buy out Solar City, to completely lie about their numbers anyway. They already proved that much. 99 doesn't seem to be a fan. Duncan still needs to eat. We'll see what happens. I don't know. What do we got now? 5 minutes to go in the day. We're up 271 on the Dow. Twitter 46.51 up 35 cents. Just not taking off here. Cyxtera up 56 to 1363. This is just below the all-time high that it just was set a minute ago. 1370 all-time high on Cyxtera was set today. 1370 on 776,000 shares. It's 1362 right now. We just touched the new all-time high on Cyxtera. No announcement. Rocket Lab 847 up 3. SoFi 696 down 45 cents. GameStop 148.92 down 355 a share. There's the deal. BW, thanks for the answer, Uncle Bruce. A lot of us must be rubbing off on you, Uncle Bruce, with our dour moods. You should be exhausted and perplexed with how the markets have been as of late. Are you taking care? Of you? I'm doing the best I can. This is the thing brokers had to do when we were in the business. We had to have a temperament that could take us through these days. And we had our phones ringing with vile people sometimes. I mean, we had customers sometimes who were not happy. We'd get a client that would be higher than a kite during good days, lower than a rock on down days. And we, the broker, had to kind of stay the ground and be the same all the time, not let the market get to us too high, too low. We had to be the rock. Then as branch manager and vice president of the firm that I was with, I had 25 salespeople. I had 15 support staff. And a lot of my support staff, they were gamblers on the market. They were trading all the time on the markets themselves. And so here I was, 40 people in my branch that I had to keep the even keel on for my job. That's what I had to do. You guys are a piece of cake. You guys aren't my salespeople. You're just followers of the markets. This is easy. But being the branch manager and VP, I earned every dollar they paid me and then some. I'll tell you. What can I say? Okay, it is possible to eat a complete cup of Ben & Jerry during the 1 hour show. It's apparently possible. Tesla's dropping, says Duncan. There you go. We're 3 minutes to go, and then we're done for the day. Tesla right now down $50. 977 is the current quote right now. I'm saying it could drop 200. I don't expect Tesla to come out with announcements like, we delivered 500,000 more cars than we thought we were going to deliver. That ain't coming. Announcement like, we were able to bring in $2 billion more in profit than we thought we were going to bring. That's not going to happen. We already got the good news. What we haven't got is the cost to the company of the recalls, the cost to the company for part shortages, slowdowns, delivery issues. We've got all kinds of factors that are coming up here. Yeah, the cars are popular. The cars are great. People want them. I want one. They're fantastic. But you got to deliver the car to a paying customer, and you've got to be able to deliver in all conditions of the economy, of which we're in right now, and it is not normal times, right? Not normal times. Anyway, there it is. Damn it, Netflix, wrong way. Good afternoon. I'm the big 120, says Cam Hines. Rock and roll. Nation, yep, one must be realistic in these market conditions, no matter what the underlying. It's your money at stake after all. We got a minute to go. We're going to close. Just dawned on me to buy puts on Tesla. Freethinker, 99 Nation, the Tesla bear thesis is played out, is being wrong the entire decade, not enough. Fundamental factors will not thwart degenerate speculation. There you go. Eventually, Duncan, just want to say happy 42-0, everybody, 420. DH, Uncle Bruce, did you see that Rocket Lab is going to try to pluck their first stage rocket out of the midair with a helicopter in New Zealand? Sounds like a horrible idea. I heard they're going to try and do that. Not sure how that's going to work. 261 now is the point gain on the Dow as we close the day off. Twitter up 58 cents to 46.74. We are close to the high of the day there. 47.11 was the high on Twitter. 1361 up 54 on Cyxtera. Rocket Lab up 2. SoFi 695 down 46 cents as the bells are ringing. We are done. Not Larry Spackman Fever. Titus has rung the bells. Thank you, DQ, for stepping in once again. It is fantastic. We got another day on the books here, and we're done. 148.89 down 358 on GameStop. AMC down 132 to 1736. We're at the low of the day there. Just awful on AMC. Matterport down 39. ME down 6. Spire, oh man, up 1.5 cents. ATIP down 7. SmartRent up 2. Pfizer down 43. Hewlett Packard up 69 cents, 39.38. Robinhood down 85 cents to 10.71. Vanik down 45 cents. Home Depot up 7. IBM up 9.17. Microsoft up $1. Apple down 17 cents. Goldman up 5.19 to 3.41. Cisco up 1.19 to 53.02. Facebook down 16. Amazon down 82. Tesla down $50.95. Google down 45 cents. Now we're going to watch Tesla in the aftermarket. What's going to happen in the aftermarket for Tesla tonight as they come out with their earnings not too long from now? What is it going to be? Oh, my. What is Tesla going to do? Right now, 977 down a dime at the moment on the aftermarket. TQ, I need a class on when to take profits. I keep waiting too long. 99 Nation, they've acted a role, never fulfilled it. He embezzled SpaceX, and now he's swinging his money around like a tyrant. He isn't who you think he is. He's a gem mind child. He's always been in the 1%. Karim, whatever happened? Uncle Bruce, whatever happened to the soap person? That would be soap company, right? The soap. I think they were doing some kind of reorganization or something, and they were kind of busy. Other than that, maybe they're at a convention or something. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. The good folks. Those are good folks, and I'm sure they're around, and they'll be here. They might be watching on rerun. One never knows. How are we doing for thumbs ups? Thank you, all of you. 127 thumbs ups came in during this last hour so far. If any of you were able to hit that thumbs up button for us, please nail it. We have 225 of you here. Please help us out with some more thumbs ups. Let us know what number you are. I appreciate it. The Flint Creek Soap Company. That's right. That's what we're waiting for. They're around somewhere, I'm sure. Tesla unchanged at 977.20. No change on the stock at the moment. We're waiting for the company to release financials. See when they do that. Now I see it at 981. Saw it at 985, 981, up $3 on Tesla. Just jumping around right now. Let's see what else. People talking about Mr. Musk and the company and what it's all about, what it's going to do, and all that good stuff. Well, we'll find out. We're waiting for the report after the bell to come out for the company. Okay. We'll see what they have to say. Yeah. The street is expecting earnings of $226 a share, revenue of $17.8 billion. That's what the street is expecting. Earlier this month, Tesla reported 310,000 deliveries for the first quarter, the closest approximation of sales disclosed by the company. Model 3 and Model Y vehicles comprise of 95% of all the deliveries up to March 31. So that's the deal there. Musk is planning to handle the phone call tonight for all shareholders. He's going to do it. Tesla just recently opened Berlin and Austin, Texas. The two factories are now up and running. But we have been handling or dealing with, of course, semiconductor and part shortages, and of course, the Shanghai shutdown that has been going on, including a lot of the rest of China. Just a mess. Absolute nightmare in China. The shares right now are showing $1,000 a share, up $22. We'll see if that holds. Let's see what's going on here. And what else is happening? People just talking to each other about whatever. 988 now, $1,000. You tell me the price is right. Which one's accurate? 1,009 now, 1,004. I don't know. Waiting to hear and see what's going to be said. What will the market? How will the market react to the Tesla shares once news comes out of from the earnings? That's what we're basically waiting on, and we'll let you know when we know. If I see it, I'll tell you. Twitter closed at 46.72 today, up 56 cents. 46.67 in the aftermarket right now. It did have a bit of a surge from about 45.20, 24 to 46.60, 46.70 towards the end of the day. So that was good to have happen. And we're waiting on Tesla. The Dow ended up with a 249 gain with a 500 point gain yesterday. So 750 point 2-day gain on the Dow, back to back. Very good. After Easter, nice to see that. The question now will be, is profit taking coming? Because the Nasdaq was down 166 today. It did not participate in this deal. Yeah. So that's a mixed market, and that's bad news. You need to have uniformity here to really know. $995.75 is the last price on Tesla, up $18 officially, and we're waiting to see what the company says about their earnings. It's 6 minutes after the open, after the close. We'll see if that comes up shortly. $995 last trade. We have seen it as high as 1,000. Something, 1,009 maybe, now $999.99 as the speculators are jumping all over it in the aftermarket right now. And there you go. That's what I'm looking at here at this point in time. Oops, dropped my phone. Let's take a look at our favorite quotes here. Twitter, 46.56 down 16 cents. We've got let's see here. Cyxtera 1362 at the end of the day, and after hours up 55 on the day. No change in the after hours. Cyxtera, that's right near its all-time high. Rocket Lab is 852, up 6 cents in the after hours. We've got SoFi at 696, up 2 cents in the after hours. Nothing going on here. GameStop 148.90, up a penny. We got AMC at 1738, up 2 cents. I'm showing Tesla at $1,016, a little higher. AMC 1738, up 2 cents. Matterport 654, no change. ME 339, 335 in the aftermarket, down 4. Spire 187, up 1.5 cents in the aftermarket. ATIP, no trading in the aftermarket. Smart Rent, no, down 2 cents in the aftermarket. $1,013.99 on Tesla right now in the aftermarket, waiting for Tesla to report. Smart Rent 520 down 2. What else is going on over here? Not a lot else. Let me tell you guys, there is not a lot going on. 1,007 now, 1,006 on Tesla. So we're getting just jumping everyone. $9.99, 1,000 a share, 106, 1,002. No news yet. 1,004. Still no official word on the company. If anyone sees anything, let me know. We'll pass it on if anyone sees anything, but I don't see anything at this point. Let's see. Uncle Bruce. So basically what I'm hearing is, correct me if I'm wrong, buying puts on Tesla when it runs to 1,200 after earnings would be smart as long as the puts are for August or September. Next QE is bad. Well, there's that. That could be it, yeah. Let's see. What else is going on here? Oh boy. Oh gosh. Tesla said it's booming. 1,017. That's not booming. Let's see. Tesla first quarter Sales 18 billion, beat the 17.6 billion estimate. And Tesla says, in addition to chip shortages, recent COVID-19 outbreaks have been weighing on our supply chain and factory operations. They say prices of some raw materials have increased multiple-fold in recent months. Okay. And right now we're at 1,023, up 45 cents right now. 1,019 now, up $41. First quarter deliveries on Tesla, 310,000 units, up 68% year on year. 305,000 in the last quarter, I think. Year over year, so Scully. Oh boy, 1,012 on SoFi stock, 1,017 up $35. It's good, but remember, we lost $50.95 during the market. This is not even bringing back the losses on the day. Stock has to go up $50 just to break even on the day. We're still down. We're still up 29 on the day. 1,007. Not going very far here. Not going very far and not going very fast. 1,007 to 1,014 now on this stock. That is what I see here. Tesla sees achieving 50% annual growth in vehicle deliveries over a multi-year horizon. Well, with 2 new factories coming on board, of course, one would think that if each factory can crank out 250,000 cars, it's 500,000 cars more a year for 1.2 to 1.7 million, and on it goes. If they can run the production rate over 2 million vehicles next year or the year after, that would be really positive for the big cash flow of the company, of course. Let's see exactly. Elon said it's overvalued, and then the stock went up. I catch flack for believing in GameStop so hard. These Tesla guys are insatiable. There you go. It is what it is. 1,017 on the stock now. Tesla said solar deployments decreased by 48% in the first quarter. Eric, earnings expected 5:30 Eastern, trading on speculation. We might be that, or we might have, that might be the beginning of the conference call. I'm not sure. 1,018 on the stock right now. 1,016, 1,018. There it is. That is what I'm seeing here. 1,015 to 1,016 seems to be the market right now on Tesla. Up $38. Still leaving the stock down $13 on the day. Okay. There you go. What a day today. What another crazy day today. We're going to be busy tomorrow. Thursday, of course. Join me tonight, by the way, 8 o'clock Eastern. I'll be on for Prime Time with Uncle Bruce. I got to get a nap between now and then, though. I'll tell you, I am really hurting here. Got to get some more energy. There are kids who entered the all green market. All they had to do was talk about going to Mars because generations have wanted to, or play himself into an eco-hero to sell luxury priced EVs. He took $5 billion. Scully, Tesla says sufficient liquidity to fund our product roadmap, long-term capacity expansion plans, and other expenses. Says outstanding debt has fallen to $100 million from our taxes and still selling luxury prices. Textbook at the end of quarter one. Low debt ratio, all cash in the bank. 1,016 a share, 1,018 a share on the aftermarket. Looks like 640,000 traded so far, from what I can tell you, is the best guess I have. That's all I know. That's it. Here we go. Headline: Tesla earnings crushed expectations, setting more records. The stock is up. That is the headline on Barron's right now. Let's go here. Company owned $322 a share on $18.8 billion in sales. Wall Street was looking for $220. They got $320 instead. Operating profit came in at $3.6 billion compared to expectations for $2.6 billion. Shares are up 2.2%. Let's see. Inflation, war, and disease have roiled the entire auto sector recently. The average price for a basket of metals that go into EV batteries rose 74% in the first quarter from the fourth quarter. Russian invasion of Ukraine created more parts supply shortages. Frustrating purchasing managers and new COVID lockdowns policies in China shut Tesla's Shanghai plant at the end of the quarter. Let's go. Ooh-wee. Oh, that's the early indications, guys. Those are the early. That's all I have are early numbers. 1,016 on the stock, 1,026, depending on which quote you believe is accurate. Let's go. Yep, the rate of growth will depend on equipment capacity, operational efficiency, and capacity and stability of the supply chain. And miraculous. I'm thumbs up number 137. Did I miss anything? We're just talking about Tesla's earnings. The aftermarket, it's 1,024 a share. Looks like the stock's up about $46. The aftermarket. It was down though, $51 on the day today. So it's only back to where it was this morning before we opened for the day. Remember his Android debut? That was just a tap dancing actor in a suit. It's all cute theater, but you know, I don't think 99 Nation Videos is a fan. Just, you know, if I had to guess about the intentions of 99 Nation, I don't think 99 is all that impressed with Mr. Musk. 1,022 on the stock right now for Tesla, up 44.80 at the moment for the evening. Okay, there you go, guys. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to get some rest now. I'm going to get ready for our show at 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to pop up the notification for the show here in just a few minutes after I get off the air. Thank you again for all of your support and following me. Thank you, Beach Boy, for your donation today on PayPal. Thank you, Alberto, yesterday for your donation. I missed it. It came in yesterday, and I do appreciate it. Nicholas, good luck with your class. Travis, good luck with your class. I see you guys have picked up some classes today. Good luck with those. And if you have any issues, you let me know. Again, thank you, all of you, so much for your support, becoming subscribers to the channel, becoming members of this channel, just being the backbone of this channel. I thank you all so very, very much for all of it. 139 thumbs ups now have come through. Thanks, guys. Travis, you take care. Pickcomb, you take care. Scott, take care. Thank you for the 139 thumbs ups. 187 of you still here. I'll see you at 8 o'clock tonight on Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. Be there or be square. All right. See you later.